Boise, Idaho. We're here at Albertson Stadium, home of the Smurf turf, for another edition of the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Air Force Falcons offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting...
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Air Force!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he got that extra point through, no slipping on the snow, it was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bobcats offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
And they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Conrad. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Bobcats are on the move. Motion from the offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Barrels ahead. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got enough space. Hey, that's a live ball.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. You know when it's snowing, not only is it wet, it's freezing. Your hands are cold. You can barely feel the football, so if you can get to that football, put your head on it, or rip that thing out, a lot of times you can force some of those turnovers. Great job by the defense.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we're getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. And the Falcons headed quickly to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The back goes in motion. Back to the air one more time. Sends it downfield. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Texas State. What a great play by the defense of paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes getting big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He makes the connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Fights off a defender. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Conrad. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Quarterback checking the play. And now on second down for this offense. Toss to the outside. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's incomplete and will change into the field now. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. The Bobcats will punt this one away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Falcons want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Only a couple there and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money man. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there are so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Falcons will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Looking down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
At the 20, he's got space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second one from the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point splits the upright. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's got it down the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Lester. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Back to pass. It's Conrad. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Bobcats are threatening in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Dances away again. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Ready to try the point after.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Dropping back, it's Conrad. Into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Texas State!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. After the incompletion, looking at second down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with that. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Snagged in the middle. It's John. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Air Force.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback moving. The timing was just off with the freshman pass well behind him.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's going to pass. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
And these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't make it 10. Take that thing all the way back.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Throwing right. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Conrad. Makes the grab.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
On second down, looking again to throw. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And the Falcons will kick it off to start the second half.
Texas State, 21.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. They get this confidence going. They get into a rhythm. Watch out.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. Still looking. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Smashes through.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They feed him again. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. They're testing the right side here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They're bringing heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got it. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw, it's Conrad. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Still running at the 40. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. It'll be a draw. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on
touchdown Air Force. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 4. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it's